What's up, YouTube? It's your boy CastawayEnt. I got a good one for y'all today. Now, this one is how to get your super safety running in your AR-15. Specifically, the AR-15 chambered in 9mm. Now, the AR-15 will run in a super safety, and the AR-15 chambered in 9mm is a little bit harder compared to like the 5.56 or 300 blackout, because if you have a low shelf receiver and a full auto bolt carrier group, you can pretty much just drop it in and it'll run. But when it comes to the 9mm, you might have to take a little bit of material off here, take a little bit off there. You might have to oil it up a little bit more than a 5.56. Like, there's a couple more factors that comes into play when trying to run it in a 9mm. But I'm gonna show you everything that I did personally, and you can just try to see if it works for you. Don't get me wrong though, you might be able to just drop your super safety in and it run perfectly fine in an AR9, but that's probably if you have a low shelf receiver and a full auto bolt carrier group. I personally don't have one, so I had to, Now, all of the super safeties are supposed to be set to a standard spec, but if these specs are off like 20,000s, maybe even 10,000s, then it could cause your bolt carrier or your upper to bind into your lever, or it might not even reset. Like, there's a lot of different factors that comes into play with these super safeties. They're not just, they can be, but they're not just drop in and it don't work like that. All right, for starters, we want to clear the gun, of course. Yeah, good thing I did this. Okay, now that your gun is clear, let's go over this build in case you just want to get this upper and lower and just do exactly what I did. So for my lower, this is an NFA billet lower. I think it's probably like $200-300, something like that. And then for the upper, this is a Thunder Tactical upper, and it came with the bolt carrier group and the charger handle for like, I think it was like $300. But if you're into like ghost kits and P80 shit like that, bro, check out Thunder Tactical, because you can get a whole ghost kit for like maybe $400, bro, and all you'll need is the lower. But the good thing about it is they sell lowers on their sites. They even sell the jigs too. And I always, like, every ghost kit that I ever built, like, had to mail out and etc., I always went to Thunder Tactical. So if you into ghost builds, check them out, bro. I'm telling you, you cannot go wrong. Yo, and just to throw this out there, I am not a gunsmith. I'm not a professional. I'm not a gun expert. I'm not any of that, bro. We are all in the same boat, bro. Everyone just finally figured out a way to get super safeties, and we just trying to get them to run. We're all in the same boat. I am not a professional. I'm just walking you through the things that I did, and hopefully it works for you. All right, back to business. So the first thing that I did to get the super safety running was take some of the extra material directly behind my safety, like right there. I took some of that material down so the cam and the lever actually has enough room to get a full rotation. If you're not getting a full rotation, then you'll pull your charger handle back and it'll get stuck like that. That's 9 times out of 10 your bolt carrier group colliding with your lever. And say that you just did that, then you'll probably break your lever and you'll end up like this. So don't do that. Alright, now that was the first thing that I did. The second thing that I did was directly to the lever. So that little sharp edge, or whatever you want to call it, all I did was round that off. And you rounding that off will off rip take a little bit of material off. So say that your lever was just a little bit too thick, you shaving this might be all you need to clear your lever from your bolt carrier group and not cause it to bind. So maybe start off with this first, because you might not even need to mill a little bit of extra material out from behind the safety. You honestly might need to just hit this with a Dremel, bro. Now, when you are hitting this lever with the Dremel, whatever you do, don't just hold the Dremel down to your lever, or don't just sandpaper it off fast and hard. You want to take a little bit off, reinstall it, and see if your bolt carrier group is clearing your lever. Because the last thing you want to do is take too much off. You're not getting it back, bro. You're going to have to get a whole new super safety or a lever. I mean, a pack of levers is only like $40 for 3 of them. But why would you keep buying levers if you don't have to? It just don't make sense. So whatever you do, do not just shave a whole bunch of material off of the lever. You might only need 10, 20 thousandths, if that. And I don't know if y'all are familiar with calipers or not, but 10, 20 thousandths is not a lot, bro. I'm telling you right now. Alright, the next thing I did was take my upper off. And there's a little bit of extra material in here that can be causing your lever not to actually lay down how it's supposed to. And if your lever isn't laying down how it's supposed to, then you probably won't even be able to get your upper on at all. That's a key indicator right there, that if you can't even get the like the upper on with your super safety, then your bolt carrier group is most definitely bonding with the lever. There's no point in trying to force it on, bro. You're going to break the lever. Alright, now the next thing that I did was shave some of the weight from my bolt carrier group. And like I said earlier in the video, this could probably be because I don't have a full auto bolt carrier group. Now, if you had a full auto bolt carrier group, then you possibly might not have to shave it. But I'm not too familiar with 9mm bolt carrier groups, so I don't know if they all come with like the little weights behind them, or if that's just the semi-automatic ones. But I'm pretty sure the weight is to help the gun cycle better, so I'm guessing that they all have them, but don't quote me. If you know more about AR-15s chambered in 9mm, specifically about the weight in the back, drop it in the comments below. I personally feel like taking the weight down a little bit and shaving a little bit of material off of the lever was pretty much all I needed. Because once I did those two things, I could actually get my upper on. I couldn't get my upper on without putting the gun in semi-automatic and like pushing the lever up as much as I could. After I shaved the lever down and I shaved that weight down, I could put it on in super safety, all 3 modes. And once I actually got the upper on, I took my bolt carrier group weight down just a little bit more, and I did the same thing with my lever. Because say that the lever was to rise a little bit more than it was supposed to, then you might go into that bonding issue again and just break your lever. So I just took both of them down for good measure, bro, just to be safe, yo, because you don't want your lever to break. That's what we trying to avoid, yo, I'm telling you. The next thing I did was drop a quarter down my buffer tube. I was literally testing everything that they said do until one of them stuck. I was throwing shit at the wall until one of them stuck. And I don't know, throwing the quarter in the back of the buffer tube was one of them. What does it do? I'm not really sure, but do your research on it. You can probably figure it out. Then after I did all of those steps, I hit it with a little oil. Because when you think about it, this is metal on metal, bro. So you do want to oil your gun. I mean, you should always oil your gun, but when you're installing this, you most definitely want to oil it. Now, I oiled my cam. I put a little bit of oil on my lever. The bolt carrier group where you cut down, I put a little bit of oil on that. I put a little bit of oil on my charger handle. I ain't gonna lie, I put a lot of oil on there, but it worked. Alright, now that you oil everything up and you installed your super safety again, do a quick function test before you put your upper on. Now engage your hammer. You want to pull the trigger. Hold the trigger the whole time. Engage your hammer again. Pull your lever back and it should reset your trigger. Make sure you're keeping like a good bit of pressure on your trigger or you might just lose it. So when you push your lever forward, it should have your hammer go off. Just like that. Alright, now we can put the upper on and test it with the upper. So when you're testing it with the upper, make sure it works in semi. Make sure it's not resetting the trigger. Make sure that you can't pull the trigger in safety as well. Okay. Alright, now put it in super safety mode. Now it's pretty much the same thing, but as you're pulling the charger handle, your hammer should be disconnecting and going off. So let's try. Pull the trigger, hold it. Remember, to keep a good bit of pressure on your trigger. You hear that? Alright, now them are all of the steps that I did to getting the super safety running in my AR9. Now go try it and let's see if it works, yo. Hey, that's all I got for y'all today, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share it, all that. It's free, man. And I'm coming out with the copper drop soon. Yo, I didn't forget about it. I'm coming out with it real soon. I'm actually about to record it right now. So drop some more video ideas in the comments, yo. Hey, you like that one? Go ahead, click this one too, bro. You gonna fuck with it, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Man, click the fucking video, man.